Hello and welcome back to the story of Jim Bakker. Let's continue with Jim in the modern era. In 2013, Bakker wrote the book Time Has Come, How to Prepare Now for the Epic Events Ahead, which sounds like an early Panic at the Disco song to me. Regardless, this book of course spoke about the end time events and how to prepare for them. As I mentioned earlier, Jim has really changed his view on prosperity theology. Originally in his 1980 book, 8 Keys to Success, he suggests that God wants you to be happy, God wants you to be rich, and God wants you to prosper. However, in his 1996 book, I Was Wrong, Jim actually admits that his first full read-through of the Bible had occurred in prison, and that he had taken passages from the Bible out of context to support his prosperity theology. Jim's revived show features a multitude of ministers who have declared themselves to be prophets, and Jim, as a joke, stated that PTL actually stands for Prophets Talking Loud. If you thought that Jim had gone slightly off the deep end at this point, let me just confirm for you that Jim is actually in the deep end of the Mariana Trench. As of 2017, a video surfaced of Jim declaring that one day you're going to shake your fist in God's face and you're going to say, "God, why didn't you warn me?" He's going to say, "You sat there and you made fun of Jim Bakker all those years. I warned you, but you didn't listen." He later went on to say that Hurricane Harvey was judgment of God and that President Obama was responsible for Hurricane Matthew. Then Donald Trump was elected, and you better believe that Jim was a very big fan of Trump. He declared that if Trump was impeached, a second American Civil War would erupt with armed Christians fighting, I guess the concept of socialism? I don't really know. Jim also compared the 2017 Washington train derailment, in which 3 passengers were killed while 57 more passengers and crew members were injured, to that of the Titanic sinking. He stated that the great preachers of all time have said the Titanic is God's warning. He continued, "And I believe here again, one of the fast new trains, brand new, crashed off the tracks on its maiden voyage. People, you have better listen to what's going on." So the derailment was a warning from God. He also claims that he predicted 9/11, saying that, "I saw 9/11 in 1999 before New Year's Eve. I saw there's going to be terrorism. There's going to be a bombing in New York City and Washington, D.C. I said it would be a high defense location in D.C. A few days after the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting, Jim stated that God came to him in a dream and was wearing camouflage, a hunting vest, and had an AR-15 strapped to his back. He continued, "To me, this is a sign that he is against gun control. God ordained Donald Trump, and he supports his plan to arm teachers." Oh yeah, Jim fully believes that Donald Trump is ordained by God. I guess I should have mentioned that. And then COVID hit.